right now.
As opposed to this guest, who has a name that is relatively simple.
A good business name.
He is Sam Miller.
Hey.
Sam Miller in the Hawaiian T-shirt.
Great to see you, Sam.
That's a Hawaiian button-up shirt.
Button-up, but you're close.
He's in a button-up T-shirt. I can't
It's
tell.
a nice button-up shirt.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
I miss buttons a lot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Now, Sam, I know you've got a bunch of cool shows coming up. Should be great. You're on the road.
Yes.
Now, last time you were here, we met you for the first time, but Mr. Chick McGee was not here.
Yeah, because I heard you were coming. So I said...
Not aware of your background.
I can't be there.
And,
We just met in the hallway.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
He's he's very, very tall.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are
Big
way
guy.
taller than me.
But and big. You look like you could be you could play line in the NFL.
I could.
Yeah.
Do you think you could?
No, because I always say people are still mad at me because I didn't get into football, but I had other things going on in my life that I thought was much more important.
Like what?
Like I was I could have been a great football player, but really I was a great drug addict. So that's what I like to focus on.
So you excelled in other things.
Yeah. There was actually a guy who came to a show. He's like, "Man, I remember you. You were a great football player. It's too bad. It's cool you're doing comedy, but you could have been great." And I was like, "Dude, you never hung out with me in the parking garages. I was killing it."
Hey, you don't talk about the all-pro drug addicts, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. Again, I forgot. What was your drug of choice?
Meth.
Meth. Okay.
Yeah. You asked me last time what my drink of choice was, and I also said meth.
Really? I didn't know you can get it in liquid form.
Yeah.
I have heard from various authorities that, and we get stories all the time about meth users that take all their clothes off.
There's some strange things that your brain tells you to do when you've been up for a few days.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you see enough sunrises, you start losing it a little bit.
Did you ever take your clothes off in public?
I did.
I was not aware of that.
I did, and I used to ride a bike naked, which is scary, especially if it's bumpy. Yeah.
Where would you ride?
I would ride to my house, and from the place I got the bike. I'm not proud of it.
Yeah?
Was it your bike?
I didn't mean to talk
no.
about this on the radio.
He's stealing bikes is what's happening here.
No. I didn't. Yeah, I stole. I don't know. I was gonna pretend I didn't. I feel really bad about it. I didn't mean to talk about that, but I don't.
Did you? When you say your house, was this a?
It was a barn. I'm not even kidding. I lived in a barn.
Legally? Were you squatting or was?
No, they knew I was there, and I think they wanted me to leave, but I didn't think they wanted to tell me. It was weird because so after I got sober in 2008, I actually did this interview. It was with the Seattle Times about about my story in homelessness, and it's funny because they interviewed my mom and me at the same time, and they asked my mom. They were like, "How long was Sam homeless?" And she was like, 3 years. And I was like, it wasn't that long. Like, I was only homeless for about 1.5 years. She goes, well, you were living in a barn. And I was like, barn? I'm like, Mom, barns are homes. And she's like, for cows?
I see.
I got a couple girls up there with me.
You got some girls at the barn.
Yeah. They thought I was like a eclectic or something. I don't know.
They probably saw Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze lived in a barn.
But they had never
awesome.
read Of Mice and Men?
Yeah.
A giant guy taking a woman into a barn? She's lucky she didn't get her neck snapped.
Keep looking at the rabbits.
I'm a romantic. I wouldn't.
I know you're a gentle.
Snap a lady's neck.
I know you would.
Not romantic.
Not without consent.
No.
Our guest is comedian Sam Miller, and
You do me better than that.
Sam Miller has been sober for quite some time. You doing great with that?
Yeah, I won't lie. Like, the comedy career has picked up. Honestly, thanks to you guys. I want to thank all the Bob and Tom listeners. You guys have been coming out to shows. It's amazing. I'm very grateful. But yeah, it's a weird feeling to have people come to shows that know I was going to be there.
That's nice.
Like, I've been a strong comic for a long time, but kind of doing my thing in the Northwest and now touring everywhere.
Great.
Is it odd being in a room full of people drinking?
No, that doesn't bother me. In fact, it's kind of like a thing. Like, if they came to my house and drank in my living room, I'd have a problem with that. But, like, I chose this profession, and so I'm going into their living rooms. It'd be weird if I started telling them, what to do. So
you're not tempted to
No. You know what's funny? People do this all the time. Like, I was in Eureka, California, and this guy, like, he's like, hey, can I buy you a Bud Light? And I was like, if I was going to relapse, it wouldn't be in Eureka, California, drinking a Bud Light with you. Like, I have a plan if I relapse, and it is wild. I know I shouldn't, but it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Really, you've got that all set down.
yeah, it's going to be wild.
I could don't share it.
I went to a spot in Indianapolis last night.
Oh,
and
yeah?
This dude, he was like, let me get you a shot. You're like, he recognized me. He's like, let me get you a shot. And I'm like, dude, I'm definitely not going to. Like, I love Indianapolis, but that's not a good town for me to relapse in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's too flat. I got to relapse on a mountain somewhere.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure what your logic is, but we hope you stay so. Now, you're I'm trying to remember, a married man, is that correct?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah. It's cool. My wife is big. That's what I like. I love big women. Always have. It's the best.
How big? Do you mind if I ask?
Just like,
I mean,
honestly,
you're like what, 6'5"?
I love
280.
I love all women. I think I really do. I know I sound like some hippy dippy dude right now, but I love all women. I think all women are beautiful, but I like bigger women. I've dated skinny women in the past, and it was okay. Like, I was homeless. I didn't have like a lot of like options or whatever. but like, yeah, big women are where it's at, man. Like, my wife is big. I love that she's big and she has tattoos.
Oh.
Which means more room for tattoos. You know,
She can get way more than a skinny girl.
You know what they say, Tom? Thick thighs save lives.
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know.
I know you did.
I can see from here you have a number of tattoos.
I do.
Is that an automatic weapon
Did we
over here
talk
on your
about
right arm?
Yeah, I feel weird about this. Like, I'm actually I'm just like neutral to guns. Like, I don't have any strong feelings about it either way. But I did get one tattooed on my arm.
Okay.
It was more like I wanted to look really tough.
Oh.
And it didn't, like, I swear, a year after I got my first year sober, I wound up working at a preschool, and I was good at it. Like,
Yeah.
And I had to wear a sock on my arm, and I didn't feel that tough.
Oh.
Did you make it like a little
Mick
puppet?
Foley.
That's a really good idea. I should have.
Mr. Socko!
Hi, boys and girls. Did you get any other? Do you have any? Let me rephrase
Well,
this.
you know, I got the belly tattoo. I think I showed that to you guys.
Well,
I have a tattoo.
it's a new day.
on my-
What have you got?
yeah.
Let me see.
I have a tattoo on my belly that says "Let's dance."
That's a
My God, you do.
substantial belly.
That's what I actually I sell T-shirts, you know, and that's what my shirts say.
Can you stand up so I can see that,
Yeah,
please?
yeah.
David Belly.
I didn't get a good look at this.
David Belly.
And it kind of looks like a crown over your belly button.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Well, it tells a story. Of,
It does.
Yeah. Well, I wanted I never danced, but it seemed like a great idea. Like, that's when you know, and that's actually when I talk about, like, that's when, if you want to know if you have a drug problem, just read your belly tattoo, you know. That's what I say, you know. Like, obviously, something went really sideways in my life. So.
Is there a special sobriety tattoo that people get?
You know, no. I
Like-
guess some people do, yeah.
I mean,
I
you,
have one,
you got like the Grateful Dead bear.
No,
and
you know what I have? I have this coffee cup, which I drink a lot of coffee.
Right.
And it says "World's Greatest Dad" on it. You know, because I take that stuff really seriously, you know.
Being a father?
Yeah.
good.
You know, I know you guys are going to be shocked when I say this, but I didn't have, like, the best role model for a father, you know.
Okay.
And things went pretty sideways pretty quick. And I think anytime we can do better than our parents did, we're doing okay,
Sure.
right? You know, and that's the move, you know.
Good.
So,
That's great.
yeah, and that's really easy to do better than my dad did. So look at me now.
So now, are you? A chick has a really good tattoo artist that he uses. Are you considering adding any or coloring any of them in?
I might get a tattoo here in the next few days, actually. Whenever I'm
Are you thinking of a spot?
I might get something on my calf. I don't know yet. When the last time I was in, actually right after I left here last time, I think I got a tattoo.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did that show. I was at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, and
What did you
you'll
get?
love this. This is a great comedy story. I was supposed to do 10 minutes, right? And then the closer didn't show up. So hey, we're going to put you at the end. Can you do 20? And they were down a cook. They didn't have enough cooks. And while I was on stage, I was about 15 minutes. A lady came up and she held up a sign that said, "Do 30 minutes, please."
Oh, yeah.
And I was killing, right? I was like, this is it. But I had to totally switch up my set. I was like, okay, I'm going to do these tags, and then I'm going to add this 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I actually got "Do 30 minutes" tattooed on my... And I kept the sign and I framed it. Because when you're a comic from the Northwest, like, we're kind of isolated out there. And so to have that opportunity to place like the Laugh Factory is like
That's
a
great.
huge-
Another step in the career.
What's the
Great.
next tattoo? Do you have
I don't know.
You need some suggestions?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm open to it.
Oh, boy.
What?
Nothing.
Chick, all the tattoos you've gotten, have
No,
you ever...
I don't have tattoos. I think people who have tattoos are just filthy individuals.
Yeah, well, there
I think you know that.
Hippies and miscreants, sure,
hippies
yeah.
And obviously homeless and confused. And
Get a tattoo like that nobody else has.
Yeah. Oh, all these are ones that I don't think anybody else has "Let's Dance" on their belly. Yeah,
We'll continue the tradition.
yeah.
Are there any products that you like a lot?
Products?
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
yeah, like NASCAR thing.
Yeah, like you Metamucil on your...
I was a big
Yeah,
fan.
sure. Metamucil.
You know what I used to drink? I used to love Schmidt Ice.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I know. It's a bad look, but I liked it because I would drink alone by these railroad tracks.
Sure.
But there's a duck on the can, so I'm not really alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and you, ducky.
You got Bill with you.
on behalf of me and the duck,
Ducky.
Schmidt? What is it? Schmidt?
Schmidt Ice.
That's a beer?
It was. I don't know if it's.
I haven't seen it.
is it a beer or a cool? Wine
No, it's a.
No, it was beer.
This one has a moose on it.
Remember, ice was the thing for a while, man.
Yeah.
Oh, such and such ice.
I never
Yeah.
could figure that out. What did that mean?
What was that? Yeah.
I kind of never got it either.
What was dry beer? What the hell was that? I could never... They were
Yes. They would go, oh, yeah, that's a...
They were
drink Bud Dry.
They were complicating it too much.
Yeah.
I actually used to call meth dry beer. I talked a lot about meth last time, but really it was alcohol at the beginning and at the end were what like did me in.
The bookends.
Yeah, because it's like this thing where, like, you know, alcohol is very much more acceptable, obviously, than meth, but I can't do anything. It's sad. I got to be careful with Tylenol PM.
I'm sure, man. Yeah.
We'll get back to our guest. Our guest is Sam Miller. And Sam, among other things, he's got I know for sure he's got a gig coming up at the Madison Street Theater in Chicago coming up on Thursday. And then on Friday, the Ravens Food and Spirits in Monticello, Illinois.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday, and that guy's been great. I'm looking forward to that.
Do they do a Monticello or a Monticello? Do we know?
Probably Monticello.
Yeah, I think it's Monticello.
Okay, like celery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cello.
Also, I want to say, like, I have an album coming out, and it's been crazy right now. Like, I've never worked this hard at comedy in my life. And
What's that like? I wouldn't know.
it's different.
I've just done
We'll get
it.
to that coming up.
I
Now, I know you have to fly all the time. Do you have any
Oh, my
particular?
God.
Do you have any pet peeves?
Yeah, I'm 360 pounds, and I flew, on Southwest, they make you, like, pick your own seats.
Sure.
So I was flying to Denver. I was late getting on the plane because I was at, like, a Qdoba or something, which wasn't a good look when you're late on the plane and you got your thing. And if you've flown, like, people pick their own seats, and all that was left was, like, 6 middle seats.
I bet.
And I'm walking down the aisle, and people are looking at me. And, like, I was raised Catholic. I know what silent prayers look like. and it's a thing, like, so... Like any other flight, like if I'm on Delta or whatever, and like I'm 21B, and like my body ruins your flight, like God did that, like. But on Southwest, it's like it's personal, right? So what I did, I found the 2 skinniest, like nicest looking people I could. These 2 nice looking women, not like that, not like weird, like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I sat between them, and I just immediately started apologizing.
Sure.
Because people think like a comedian, like, oh, he's probably like socially great. I'm like, I'm not. Like, it's hard to talk. Like, I have such a hard time at like grocery stores. But I sat down and I apologized. I was like, I'm going to do my best to make this flight like okay for you guys. Like, I wish there was something I could do about like my size outside of like changing living choices or something. But it's terrible. And also, I can't. On this flight too, the plane took off, and all of a sudden there was like a belly bubble kind of. I had like body stuff going on.
Boy.
Like
Oh,
we were
boy.
talking about
Audible?
earlier.
Could they hear it?
No,
Okay.
but I had to fart and
see.
like
And now it's okay to fart.
Yeah. And here's the thing is like part of me was like, I should just let it fly, but nobody will know it's me. But I'm wearing like gym shorts and Crocs. So like everyone's going to know it's me.
That guy's a farter is what
Yeah. And then the other thing is like, I know people are like, oh, you should go to the bathroom. I am too tall to poop on an airplane.
I have no doubt.
Sure.
When I try to go to sit down, my knees hit the door and I can't get my butt on the seat.
Oh, my.
Yeah. I mean, I could poop, but like
okay.
who knows?
All right.
It's a gamble, yeah.
Wow. Like it was
Like a bear riding a tricycle.
Yeah.
Exactly what it looks
Like it's like the movie 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, and this one may hit.
Open the Bombay doors.
I sat there, the pressure builded.
Yeah.
The pressure builded. And,
A public farter would say, Bill.
Yeah.
Did you just cough it out finally?
Well, what's funny is that when the plane is getting ready to descend and you get it makes that noise and you feel that pressure. I got a bit of hope, and I was like, I think I can make it. And sure enough, I pulled it off. I made it all the way to Denver, right?
Wow.
And I let it fly in the jetway.
Yeah.
And then, I swear to God, this is a true story. For some reason, this was like an emotional thing for me. Like I really had to, like, when you ever got to fart so bad your shoulder hurts? Like it was one of those.
What
Like,
did you look back or did you do a Joker and just know that it's going?
No, I sat there and watched people get off the plane, and I don't know why. I was hoping somebody was going to thank me or something.
Thank you.
Like they would know what I had done for them.
No, you have to be your own hero.
Thank you, Sam.
Isn't Bruno the term for? Oh, that's pruno for wine in a
Yes.
in a prison.
Alcohol that you make in a toilet.
It's pruno,
We don't make it in a
right?
toilet. You make it in a trash bag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've drank it. Yeah,
And how long were you in jail?
I did enough. I was like, I don't know why I didn't answer the question.
Spend some time in the old stone hotel?
I did over. My longest stint was like 200 days, something like that.
Was that in jail or prison?
Jail. I never went to prison. I don't have any felonies. I just have a lot of gross misdemeanors. I always got, every time I got arrested, I always wrestled with the cops. I just the minute I realized I was going to jail, I would freak out, And I'm not proud of it.
No, but it's what
But it
happened.
happened, know. And I would always get a resisting arrest charge, which always I never understood that charge, like resisting arrest. I was like, I wasn't resisting it that much. I'm in jail,
I wasn't good at resisting.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was in the Yakima jail, we drank Pruno. We made it out of orange juice, pieces of biscuits, and then you strain it through a clean sock. Don't make that face. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad.
So I thought you made it in the toilet. No, I guess it's
I bet it can
I think they make it sometimes in the toilet, but you know what's crazy is
in the tank, by the way, not the
people in the jail knew. And so they would try to stop us from getting the trash bags, because they knew what we were doing, And the other thing, too, is when you ferment things, it makes the gas and you have to burp the bag.
Oh, okay.
And one time there was a guy, we didn't know he was making Pruno, and he didn't burp his bag and it exploded. And there was a drain that just went to the tier below. And so a guy was sleeping, minding his own business, and all of a sudden Pruno is dripping onto him.
Ugh.
But it's dangerous though, because sometimes you get the wrong kind of alcohol, the kind that makes, I can't remember, like ethyl or whatever, where you can go blind or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some of that wood grain will
radiator
do that.
moonshine.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the process of you old biscuits and
The biscuits, something about the biscuits and like
Yeast
the
or
yeast
something?
Yeast, I would think, yeah.
I might be talking out of turn. Like I don't all the way remember perfectly, but I remember drinking it and it wasn't good.
Did it get you wasted?
Yeah. But it was weird wasted because, like I said, it had that other kind of alcohol in it too a little bit. So it was like, it was different. Like,
did you have a roommate?
No, it was so this was like a jail. It was like an annex. So there was like 40 inmates
In
in a
one big room.
It was terrible. That was the worst place I was ever locked up at. The Yakima jail actually got in trouble. I think they got indicted because they were messing up. So.
Geraldo did a big thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Your shirt's very nice, very tropical.
My wife picks
Hard
out my
pass.
shirt.
That's a good move. That's a good move. Just let her pick up.
That's Sam Miller. Sam is a man of certain size, by which I mean 6'6", 370, we determined?
We don't know.
Okay, we don't know.
Maybe that's a thing we could do. If I ever come back, I hope I get to come back on the show sometime.
We can weigh you?
We
Guess
can
your
do
weight?
a live weight. because I don't know how much I weigh. It's over 350.
Okay.
And
All right.
again, you carry it very well. You look like a lineman. You don't look like a Happy Humphrey, fat, blubbery blob of
I like
obesity.
I like being fat, and I like fat people. I think fat people are more interesting than skinny people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so take that, skinny people.
But again,
Have fun shopping everywhere.
am I being fair, Christy, when I say he carries it well?
Very well, yes.
Thank you.
You must be very dense.
I am.
Yeah. Solid as a rock.
Solid as
Oh, I thought you meant dumb.
No.